Hi, Mr. A. Quinton here. Have you ever heard of the term cash is king? I'm sure you have. But if you want to be successful in running a great household and or a great business, it's really all about cash flow. And cash flow is everything. And what do I mean by that? Well, if at the end of the month a business does not have positive cash flow, it can't invest, it can't pay its shareholders dividends, it can't look towards the future on any new acquisitions or mergers. And, to some degree, the same thing happens in a personal household. If at the end of the month you don't have positive cash flow, you're not really planning well towards the next month, being able to count on saving, whether it's saving for your child's college, whether it's saving to buy yourself a new car, or to save to build for a down payment on a home. Positive cash flow is really very, very important. And unfortunately, in today's society, the savings mentality is very different than it was from prior generations, right? So historically, the U.S. personal savings rate, according to the Bureau of Economic Analysis, has hovered around 8.9, close to 9%. Tragically, in the last several years, the U.S. personal savings rate on average has dipped below 5%. And just earlier this year, it was at a point, one of the lowest points ever since these statistics have been tracked, at about a 2.3% savings rate. And when you consider that, it's kind of hard to say, right, if you're in the midst of one of the largest inflation scenarios that we've had in about 40 years, that's understandable, because that means that with the same income, your income cannot be able to cover the increase in the cost of goods sold today to be able to save at a higher rate. And while that's totally understandable, we also have to keep in mind that our parents and previous generations faced high inflationary periods. In the 1970s, mortgage rates were up about 18 to 19%, and inflation was very high. And somehow, those generations found a way to save. And in fact, our parents and part of the boomer generation oftentimes had a savings rate that was in the mid to high teens. And when you compare that to the savings rate today, there is quite a big gap. And unfortunately, forecasts call for that savings rate to continue to drop over the next year or two. And we'll see how that works out based upon an economic turnaround. I believe what's missing in today's society is a lack of understanding that your personal household finances should be administered in much the same way you would run a business. I talk a lot about the CFO, the Chief Family Officer. And typically in a relationship, there's always one person who's a little bit more focused on the family finances. And it's very important to have that individual and their partner have those financial huddles to be able to sit down and talk about how you're going to row in the same direction in order to accomplish your short and long-term goals, whatever those might be. Hey, if you like the content on my channel, please like this video, hit the bell for notifications, and subscribe to the channel.